Hey guys, welcome to Tea Talks with
Meoша
and Irina. Typically we introduce each other, but today she decided to be selfish. I'm okay with that.
You know.
So hey guys, look, this is what's going on.
Yes.
We had some technical difficulties.
Yes, we did.
And we decided that we would film our first episode for the third time. I guess third time's the charm.
Yes, it is.
You'll let us know.
Yes, indeed.
It's how we roll.
That's how we get
Open, honest, authentic, organic.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Just like that.
I think it's a great segue for us to say we're going to make this episode special because we are airing it in Denver, Colorado.
Denver.
We are filming it in Denver, Colorado.
Ooh.
And we are going to be talking about our first episode with Denver, Colorado audience in mind.
We're excited.
And why do we do this?
Because we love you guys. And because we got our start here in Denver before we, Colorado, we started here, then, made our way to the industry in Hollywood, LA. So we both, it's meaningful to the both of us. So we're really, really happy to do this.
And that's exactly why we're talking about our industry, our journey, and how we ended up where we ended up, how this talk show came to be, and where this journey is going to lead us from here on out.
Yeah.
We feel like this is a perfect subject to not only open the doors to our show, to our world, but it's also kind of like the seed that sprouted and grew into this talk show.
Yes.
So that's why we wanted to kind of talk about us, our journey, and
kind of how we
introduce you to our world.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
How about you? Let's talk about you.
Why do you always got to talk about me first? I can do it, but just saying.
Because you love it. Come on.
You see what she does, guys?
Diva.
You see?
Diva.
I do what I do best.
No. I kid. So how'd you get your start in, from coming from Colorado to LA to become acting and all that stuff?
Well, my husband and I have been together for 10 years, and he's seen the passion in me from day one when we met. And he was always asking me, how come you're not pursuing your dream? I was like, well, too late. I already started a family. I'm too old for this. I'm too this. I'm too that. Any and every excuse under the sun, right? And he said, well, you're not really doing anything towards it either. You're just having all these excuses, but not anything. You're not building any momentum in the way that you would like. So why not even give it a try? I was like, well, I guess I don't know how or where to begin. And he flat out told me, he's like, how about we move to LA? I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I support you. If this is your dream, if this is what you want to do, we're going to move to LA. Because he's from LA.
Oh, he's from LA.
He was born and raised there. But then he moved out here, and then we met. And so for him, it's going back home, and he's always loved it there better anyway. So I was like, yeah, you know what, let's do it. So that's how we started. We moved out there so that I can pursue my dreams. And when we moved out there, for 6 months, we got situated, whatever. And then one of his friends came over to our house for his birthday, for Oscar's birthday. And he was talking about this actor salon place. And that's how it started. I just signed up to this place, which they talked about all-encompassing acting, career, headshots, resumes, building your reels, all these things that are built around being an actor, right?
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'll go to that master class so I can start somewhere. And when I got there and I that was my start in learning about the industry. And from there on, I just took off.
It was history.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still building it.
Yeah,
still, but I'm meeting great people like you.
Well.
And we're creating this
this great show.
Great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool platform.
What about you? What was your start? And I mean, I know obviously, but our audience doesn't necessarily know. So why don't you tell them your start?
Well, my start was I was in Colorado, had a job, still pursuing the film industry, but not on the scale that I am now. So I was making short films here and there. And I just was at work one day, and we're eating on break, and we're talking and laughing, and it was like literally like everything stopped. Like it was like slow motion, and I kind of had this like realization, like, what am I doing here? Why am I wasting my time? It just like literally hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. And I left. I told my brother.
Just like that.
Yeah, I was like, I told, well, not just then, not that very second.
Well, no, I mean.
But yeah. I literally, not even like a week, I think a week or so, I quit my job, told them, I'm like, she's like, well, you come back anytime. I'm like, I'm never coming back. Bought this crap car that I paid for in cash, drove my crap car all the way from Colorado to LA. And
how long did it take you?
16-hour drive.
So you drove straight through?
I drove straight through. I didn't stop at any places to go to sleep, take a nap. I was just high on this adrenaline, like, I gotta do this.
Some places to be.
Yeah, like it was literally
She's still
that
like
urgent.
that, you guys.
And so, I got to LA, had no plan, knew no one, didn't have any idea of like where I was gonna stay or anything of that nature. So it was just kind of
braver than me, for sure.
A leap of faith. And I remember this guy wrote me on Facebook. Thank God for Facebook, right?
Right?
It's great. It's great to connect that way with people.
Social media is awesome.
It's awesome. And I remembered he said to me in an email, like, hey, if you're ever in LA, let me know. Love to like hang out and meet you, whatever. Next day I get there. Well, not the next day, but there were some struggles, obviously. I was staying in the hotel, spending some money, spending a lot of money. LA is California is expensive, period. So obviously I was like, okay.
Colorado's catching up, it looks like.
Oh, really? Oh, man. But I finally called this guy. That's nice. Great.
Icebreaker.
It really is. I finally called the guy that told me to contact him. So he shot me his email. Mm-hmm. And he's like, here's my address, come to my house, show up at his house, meet him, show him my reel.
You already had a reel by then.
I had a reel by then.
Okay.
He's like, I like you. You remind me of myself when I was your age. And green behind the, very green at Meoша. And the next day I started working on movie sets. I came to set and we're shooting,
That's pretty serendipitous.
Buster Rhymes music video.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah, just like that. That my life changed. And obviously through then it was some other things. But that was the start of everything else. So I am really thankful to Facebook.
I remember you said that you kind of dabbled into acting world as well.
I did. I dabbled.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well.
Your extravagant experience with that.
Oh, keep it PG.
No, it is PG. I'm just saying.
I'll talk about it in a way.
The reason I'm asking is because my journey has been very straight and narrow. So it's interesting to see, because we were talking about it, remember?
Right.
How you were like, really, you didn't encounter any kind of weird experiences? I'm like, no, not really. It's been pretty
straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, do talk about that. Yeah.
Well, I did do a little dabbling and I did acting even before I came to California in Colorado. I'm originally from Florida, Gainesville, Florida, a little small town. And I went to acting school in Jacksonville, Florida, did the whole modeling thing for a bit. Not my thing, so kudos to you.
I'm not a model.
Acting, kudos to you. But when I was in LA, I was doing some acting and got this audition to go for this horror movie. I can't recall the name of the movie, but I went.
Of course, the horror movie. It's her genre.
It's my favorite genre.
Right.
Yeah. So I go perform. I'm thinking I nail it. I'm like, oh yeah, piece of cake, walk in the park. I'm gonna be in a horror movie, starring myself. Look at me. Watch out, Hollywood. The guy was like, hey, I think you did awesome. Can you just sit here and stay here just for a minute? I'll be right back. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be like, he's gonna talk to me, kind of tell me like some things about what I need to do next or whatever. I don't know. So he comes back out. And he's no clothes. Talk about the Me Too movement. Like that's been going on for so long. So I mean that was something that was like a wake up call to me. Like, wow, this casting couch term
is real.
Is very, very real. So I ran out of there. But it definitely opened my eyes to what I'm dealing with in this business, and yeah, very different experience for sure. Very different experience. So I don't wish that upon anyone. I really don't.
No, I gotta say I'm thankful I've not encountered anything like that, and
that's good.
My span of auditioning process. Thank God, it's been professional every single time, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, for sure.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, would you say, as an actress, was it difficult to kind of find your circle and the people that can help you and that kind of vibe? Like,
yeah. Well, you and
community?
I both know that LA is very, for the most part, can be very pretentious.
Yes.
So it is very challenging to find your niche, to find your community, to find where you per se belong, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So yes, that was definitely a challenge for me as well. And I think it kind of, the whole environment just tests you. It's really to see, what you're made of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's not for
the weak.
I really didn't want to use that term, but it's
true.
There's no other way that you can really put it, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been tested. I've definitely been tested in my self-confidence and my faith, if whether or not I'm in the right vein, doing the right thing. Am I pursuing my dream, or am I doing what everybody else thinks they want to do?
Right.
Because there are a lot of people who say, oh, I wish I were an actor, right? Mm-hmm. And then they come out to LA and they do it for about a year or so, and they get burnt out and they leave and they're like, what was I thinking? That is so not me.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that it's been 6 years and I'm still there and doing still the same thing obviously says to me that I am at the right place doing the right thing. It just takes a while.
It does.
But the fact that I didn't run away from it is a testament that I am in my own vein where I belong.
Right.
Is it difficult? For sure. I mean, it looks easy. Like I remember watching, my favorite shows, movies, what have you, whatever inspired me. And I would be like, oh, this is so easy. I can do it. And it's now that I realize that the more effortless you see it on screen only is a testament to how great the actor is and how much of him or herself they really pour into the role. Because if they are able to make the circumstances real, that you believe them, then that's your job as an actor is done.
Yep.
So obviously I'm still working on that. Where I was and where I am is, I've grown.
That's good.
I've come a long way, I will say.
But it's a journey.
It is definitely a journey. It's an incredible journey. Very treacherous journey. You learn so much. I feel for me it's been the best journey because it's I've learned a lot about myself.
That's good.
I've learned a lot about because you get to dip your toes into so many different lives.
Right. Yeah.
You get to understand much more, society or people or personalities as a whole. You're not. You no longer judge.
Yeah.
Because you cannot judge your character. And your characters are so vastly different from one another that if you're judging them, you can't really step into those shoes and play the role. Then you're in your way. You're in your own way, basically,
That's
right?
True. That's true.
So it's definitely opened up my mind so much more. I've always considered myself open-minded person to begin with, but this industry was like,
yeah, it definitely forces you to.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to try to be in this creative space, you're going to have to go to those places that you fear the most, where it's like, for me, I'm on the behind the scenes. I'm the person that makes the actors look good on camera. So we have another job too, which is a little different in a way, but definitely has its challenges because, we have, long hours. I mean, I think the longest set I've been on was maybe a music video set. It was probably a music video set. Like one day shoot turned into like the day, and it moved into the next day, and we're still shooting, and no breaks, no sleep. Like we'll have breaks to eat food, snack, but we're not like taking a nap.
Well, was it independent set?
No, this was actually a music video set for Billy Idol.
Oh, okay.
This was for one of his new songs that came out. Well, his last album, and my friend was producing it, and so I got called on to be camera. It was the most difficult music video set I think I've ever been on in my life because it was so, insanely. It was beautiful. Like we have, this room full of mirrors. You can go and find it on YouTube. Can't Break Me Down by Billy Idol. It's in black and white. And one of the girls, actually, I think she's from Russia, who came in.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But really cool set. But it just taught me how to I was tired after 10 hours. I was like, woo, my back hurts. I'm feeling the aches. But I'm like, no, I'm here. This is how this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted to do. So, hey, I'm here. Not many people can say, hey, I'm shooting a Billy Idol music video today.
Right.
That's legendary. So it's, I think about those times of I'm very grateful to be in a position that I am in. So that kind of brings me back to, you said it does force you to be open. You have to be open for sure.
There's always something you're learning on set.
Oh my goodness. All the time.
You're like, oh wow, I think I know everything that I need to know now. And not until the next set, you're like, oh, I think I know now everything that I need to know.
Exactly.
And it just never ends.
Never ends.
And and I like that. I like that it's always
something new.
Growing.
Yeah.
Pushes you for sure, right?
Yeah. Even in your own personal life, it helps in some ways
Oh
too.
yeah, absolutely.
So that's we're just super lucky to be in this business because it's a really fun business. Hollywood is really fun, and I've always wanted to do this, and I'm so glad I get to say I'm doing what I love to do for a living.
I will add to the super lucky portion of that very little does it have to do with luck. Honestly, that's how I feel. And I just have to address that.
Destiny?
No, I'm saying, it takes determination, focus, and, will to because it really, at the end of the day, has nothing to do with luck.
That's true.
You make your own way. You made the decision. You came out there. You stuck it out.
That's true.
So the luck portion is you basically not turning away from that which you wanted and keep walking in that direction until you're seeing the fruits of your labor.
Right.
You're planting the seeds, you're watering them, you believe in them, you know they're going to grow.
Yeah.
So is it luck or is it a matter of progression?
Right.
So, I just had to address that because I hear that all the time.
Yeah,
You're super lucky to be doing this, but
no. Yeah.
Anybody can be doing this
if
that's what they truly want to do. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be this industry. It doesn't have to be, acting or filming or whatever.
Right.
If you want to move to LA, move to LA. Find it out for yourself, right? You don't need to be looking on Instagram, watching other people posting pictures, making it look like how great life is for them, and wishing that were you.
Yeah.
Make that wish a reality. If that's what you want, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Because the best way to learn anything in life is through experience. Words don't teach, experiences do. So even if you had to, those are not my words. Those are the words of the guru that I listened to, Abraham Hicks. And I stand by those teachings because they are real.
They're real.
But yeah, just so we're clear, I don't like to. I live by them, but I don't blame them.
Yeah. But so that's right. That's real. And I guess on that note, that's a little bit about us and how we got our start here. And just a smidget. There's so much more, but we have to. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Our fans on YouTube, Facebook, you guys are awesome. And thank you again. Make sure you go to Facebook, subscribe, YouTube, and thank you for watching our first episode here with us.
Yes, and I want to give a special thanks to all of you who came out to our event to launch this first episode. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your visit. It means a whole lot to us. Thank you for being on this journey with us. We are opening our arms to all the existing fans, friends, and we're looking forward to growing it for sure. And and remember, the better it gets, the better it gets.
Bye.
We will see you next time. Mwah.